This is Trevor Watts. He's demonstrating the FBR rigging techniques using mini lights. You can see that he's putting a drop of hot glue down at the nose and down at the base of the wing. He's going to install a mini light on it, and then he's going to tie the ends in with the drop of the glue that's already on the FBR. This will lock the light in to the FBR, and this is real easy to do. So when you get ready to fish them, you'll take a pair of pliers and carefully mash them. Here he's installing the second mini light. This is a glow-in-the-dark FBR, and I'm running the same lights, and I'll experiment with shooting it in the dark to see what kind of a glow I get. This is a glow-in-the-dark hula skirted FBR with mini lights. You can see what it does in the dark. Going ahead and tying in the second mini light to the FBR, and then you'll have them ready to go. If you want, you can add another drop of glue at the center of the mini lights, but it's not 100% necessary, but it helps prevent knocking the mini lights off when you mash them to activate them for fishing. This is very simple to do. Now the important thing is, if you fish these, as soon as you're done, you tear the mini lights off the FBR and throw them away. They tear off real easy, and they don't harm the FBR. Here, Trevor's inserting yarn on the main line. This is what we refer to as hula skirting the FBR. You've got about 18 to 20 inches of yarn, two pieces, and you bend them over and you tie a knot right in the center so that you end up with about 9 inches on 4 legs. And you're getting ready to bait up, you park the pen, and you want to put one of the yarns at all 4 corners. And after you insert the bait and lock the pin, as the FBR rotates, the yarn will wrap around the anchovy's body and fall back by the tail. You want this cut off about 7.5 inches, 7 to 7.5, depending on anchovy length. And when it wraps, you want the end of the yarn back by the tail. Optional lights, tail lights, headlights, and fully lit up head, tail, and running lights. Yarn colors in progress. Hi, this is Bill Shelton and with Jose, and we're rigging the FBRs with canned tuna, yarn, and mini lights. We're down in Monterey, and this is a salmon survey, so we're not running any fish hooks or sleeves, but this is demonstrating rigging it up with lights, yarn, and stuffing the head with tuna prior to putting in the anchovy and pinning it. This is all the tricks done at the same time to try to trick the salmon from coming in from deep, coming up, so that we can see if there's any salmon around this early in the season. This is approved by folks from the Department of Fish and Game to be able to fish without hooks to do this. So I'm out here doing it now. It shows him stuffing it with tuna, and he's going to then insert the bait. The nose has been cut off, and he's going to insert it in and drop the pins. If you notice, the yarn's coming out all four corners of the FBR. Now he's activating the lights, and you carefully have to mash them. The lights are installed by hot glue, a little drop at the nose and down by the wings, and now he's shaking it up to get those lights working. Would you bite that, Jose?
I would bite it.
Go ahead. Before we put it over, we're going to soak it in the juice just before we put it over so we don't drip it on the boat. Getting the yarn all straight back and getting it all set up. So as it rotates in the water, the yarn spins around the bait, and it acts as an additional attractant, and also it's something for the salmon's teeth to hook up in. So you get a better chance at a hook up. But in this case, we're not running any hooks or sleeves, and we're just trying to get the salmon to come up so we can get them on the camera and things. This shows it running with lights, as you can see in the rotation. The lights show off real well. We headed out this morning to Duxbury. What time is it?
6:53.
6:53.
6:53. Take our anchovy. We're going to run it right up his back, keeping him as straight as we possibly can. We run it down there, so we get a nice tight rotation. Popping out there. Pretty straight. Okay, next we're going to park this right over the side, and we're going to pull the yarn so we get a piece out of each four corners of the FBR. One there, on each side on the bottom. Nice little spread there. That there and that there. And we're going to shove them in there as good as we can. And then lock them in. And we got a yarn out of each side. We got our tail stabilizer in there, and we got our glow bugs. Pretty tasty.
We're all set to go, huh?
Pretty tasty.
And if you notice, we're running it about 2 inches behind the tail. The purpose is to make the salmon attack the yarn rather than anchovy. And that way we don't have to re-rig from him biting our anchovy all the time.
Because they're going to be biting it.
The following strike sequences were taken during a salmon survey off of Duxbury. And we have no fish hooks on the bait. There's no sleeves. So we do no harm to the salmon, nor do we hook them. This is to check the amount of salmon we have off of Duxbury at that time. And they were literally eating the paint off the bottom of the boat. There was a lot of salmon out there. And boy howdy, it would have been nice to had some fish hooks on it so we could catch a few of those, but unfortunately when you're doing a...
Here with Bill Shelton, we are filming the FBRs with no hooks and we are at Duxbury Reef. And so far, in the last couple hours, we would have had plenty of limits by now. But since we have no hooks, we're not catching any fish. But we got plenty coming up and taking the FBRs, that's for sure.
Salmon survey, you don't use hooks. You're just trying to use the camera. Catch them, whacking the baits and things. It sure is nice to be able to see all those strike sequences and how the salmon bite. They always come up from behind, and as soon as they bite the bait, they do a kill turn. That's a 90-degree turn, left or right. And generally speaking, when they make that turn, they'll have the bait in their mouth. But when you're trolling, you pull the bait right out of their mouth. And it really surprises and confuses the salmon, and they immediately double back on it. These are available light colors from Shelton Products. You order a pack, you get 14 lights, 2 of each color, and enough yarn to handle 7 FBRs. This is a light test where I broke them about 10 o'clock, and I tried to take a picture with the Olympus camera about every hour, and I followed it through a 24-hour period, and these are the results of the brightness of the lights as viewed through a camera. When you look at it in person, they look dimmer than in the camera. Camera was a little brighter looking.
Back up. He's trying to fool me. Holy. Cheers, Orca. Holy smokes. Yeah, down there. Woo! Wow! Wow. That is a...
Thing won't grab that.
Now that's a huge cooler. And his head's sticking out. This is what we were using when we caught that big salmon. This is a mini light. This is green and red. FBR had a rubber band in the back. That's what I caught it on right there. Okay.
Monster.
Just about right.